This video is brought to you by BossRootin.com and Power Performance Products, makers of Body Storm and Body Effects.
Spencer Lazari here at Team Quest alongside Jesse Taylor. Just got a nice workout in there. You've got probably the biggest opportunity, biggest fight of your career against Hector Lombard in Bellator. It's September 3rd, I believe, in Australia.
Right. Everything was correct. The only thing is it's actually not Bellator. It's outside of Bellator. So thank you, Bellator, for giving me the opportunity to fight your champion. I got someone to prove with Bellator. Long story there, but like you said, biggest opportunity by far in my career. I think in my last fight with Kang, I broke into the top 20, but I believe Hector's top 5 in the world very well. He could even beat Anderson, so I think it's an awesome test for me, and I get to showcase what I could do to the world.
So it is a title fight, though. So what belt are we fighting for here?
It's AFC. It's called Australian Fighting Championships. I fought for them in November. It's their third show. Third show they're doing out there, and it's a 5-rounder too. So I'm looking forward for the long haul. You
mentioned it was your first 5-round fight of your career. So has your training changed up for that fight?
Yeah, of course it's going to change a little bit, just a little bit harder. But I'm just in here a little bit earlier, just because I got to actually be in better shape. One thing with the 5-rounders, I think what's important is just getting those long distance runs in. Everyone, I think, gets away from the, do your strength and conditioning, but it's a lot of aerobic activity as well. So I think getting that big long distance workouts here and there is going to pay off.
Do you feel like you're a very strong guy? Hector obviously is as well. He's probably used to being the overpowering guy in a lot of his fights recently. So do you feel like that strength factor and your power will be something that you can match up with him there that give you an edge?
I think with Hector, too, yeah, he's a very strong guy, but that's why the matchup's so intriguing. I think power-wise, I match up with him very well in that department. So yeah, I mean, it's quite a matchup. If you have to actually look at the paper and look at the past opponents, I think this is going to be a hell of a fight.
So it's safe to say you want to be taking him down on top. He's obviously good at judo, but your wrestling pedigree is pretty high. You got all these guys at Team Quest, so you put it on, always talking about how good of a wrestler you are. Yeah,
well, thank you to those guys who say that, but I trained with Hector before. He's actually a good wrestler himself. But guy with Hector, like you said, big, powerful, strong guy like myself, so I can't just go in there and muscle him like I've been doing with the guys. I got to set it up. Like you said, though, I want to put him on his back, too. I mean, that's, I think, his weakest area, who's ever put him on his back. So I think that's the game plan, but I got to set it up. It's just going to be rounds. I'm guessing that it's all on our feet as well, so got to set up those takedowns well.
You get this win, I mean, what's next? Obviously, maybe you're looking, UFC maybe looking at this fight, with their eyes open. Yeah,
we're actually, we're in talks again, not with UFC, with their sister, Strikeforce again. And it was a ballsy move, but a move I'm proud of. Hector is a top 5 guy in the world, so I said, thank you. I want to come back to the UFC. I love the UFC. I love Strikeforce. They have the best guys there. It's obviously I got to go back there, but I think if I kind of prove myself by saying, not yet, I'm going to go beat Hector, and then I'll come back, get some bargaining chips, more on my side, and say, hey, I beat a top 10 guy in the world, and right away get thrown right in the limelight with top contenders. That's my plan. So, but not looking past anyone except Hector right now.
Definitely. Dan Henderson, obviously, huge fight against Fedor coming up July 30th. He looks in great shape right now.
Oh yeah, Dan's a beast. Great shape. He's always in good shape, and I think Dan's gonna knock him out personally. But he's Dan's the man. He's great shape. Hate training with him sometimes.
He seems to go hard. I mean, the coaches were talking about how he's in here. He's like, we don't come in to go soft. It's always hard. No headgear, no nothing.
Yeah, some guys wear headgear. Me and Dan, knuckleheads of the group, we don't wear. Some of us don't wear headgear. We should be wearing headgear, but. Yeah, I think that's what makes Team Quest, especially Mondays. Fighters, you guys hear this, coming in on a Monday, we go hard, so it's a hard day.
Anything else you want to say, Jesse?
No, just thank you for the interview. Thanks for the time, and one thing I want to say is this is for the guys that have counted me out, this next fight, and for the few that have stuck behind me. I think everyone likes a comeback story, an underdog story, so I just want to lay it all out there, win or lose, so it's going to be a hell of a fight, and hopefully you guys will see me back in the UFC soon.
We know you always come to bring it. Look for that fight September in Australia. Jesse Taylor versus Hector Lombard. I'm Spencer Lazari. You're watching MMAinterviews.tv.
Godspeed and party on.